Alright.
Oh, roll 20. I'm gonna fight you.
Let's go ahead
Oh,
and
I
hit
need
the
roll.
theme.
I didn't even open roll 20.
Didn't even open roll 20 yet?
No.
Sorry.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
You're like,
Okay.
Hey, I have mine open. Don't kill my character off.
Rocks fall, everyone but Mia dies.
Thank
hey,
you.
no.
Just
Hold
like
on.
the last
I've had
time.
mine.
Technically, Travis is already dead, so
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have no room to complain.
I was gonna say, I've
You're ahead of
had mine
everyone else.
open. The only problem is that every time I accidentally click a button on my mouse, it just throws me back to the select a game. I'm like, would you stop?
I have a 2 out of 2 TPK minus me streak going for Doomers games. I'd like to keep it that way.
That's true, you do.
Don't.
Alright, let's pop over to the title screen and we'll be back in just a moment and we'll get this started. Okay, would anyone like to do the recap?
No.
Wander
know that's never
sounds
me.
like Wander's volunteering over there.
If you want me,
Yeah, I heard that.
I said no because my memory is shit.
Oh, I thought you said
No.
no, please don't look me over. Pick me.
That's
pick
what I
me.
heard, yeah. Mhm.
No,
I feel very
that's not
picky.
what I said. Absolutely. No, I don't wanna. No.
Okay.
There would be no recap if I did it. How about that?
Brain of
Well.
goldfish.
In that case, after a disastrous fight with supposedly a family of vampires and the death of one party member, you all returned to the surface, spoke with the chief. Having found Carrick's body, you discerned that someone or something was taking on the appearance of Carrick and influencing a few of the council members. And
Yes.
returning to Chief Yambul in the morning with this information, you went on your scheduled visit into the heart of the island to meet the heart of the island. There was a pool with oil that was told it would give you a resistance to the massive heat that was inside. And as you entered the depths of the volcano, you came to a fiery chamber with some fiery being greeting you. Does that sound correct, everybody?
Yeah, pretty much. The giant fire creature.
I don't remember any of that.
You don't remember any of it? Well, I don't think. Were you here?
I don't know.
No.
No, I don't think Mia was here for that one. That's
No, Mia was because Mia was talking to Jason during that time. I like how we share my brain.
I remember the pool. I don't remember us actually seeing a.
It's where we ended.
yeah, no, it was
right.
right where we ended.
Okay.
Because he had said something to us, but I know you were definitely here because we were warning Jason about the rocks and that he shouldn't fly.
That's true. That's true. That was right after you guys met back up at the mouth of the cave. The secret entrance. So, let me get our music playing. And this time, even have music for my players, not just our audience. Okay.
Anyway.
Well, I have waffled long enough to try and give people time to get here. We must venture on with 3 characters and 1 dead body.
One
In a bag
Here.
of holding.
In the
One dead
bag of
body.
holding.
All right.
Yeah, if he wasn't dead before, he is now.
It's fine.
I mean, we knew he wasn't breathing, so.
Yeah. I felt funniness.
So,
What were we talking about?
in this fiery chamber, with grand pillars all around, you see this large being rise up from his throne, and after his greeting, you all can look to your left and see that Chief Yambul has fallen to one knee, bowing reverently.
Oh, I think we all were kneeling too.
Yeah.
How do you remember
Yes.
that?
I remember that now too that you said it.
Okay. It's an ADHD thing, Doomer, where you gave the recap, but all of a sudden our brains were triggered to remember.
Uh-huh. At least bits and pieces.
No one remembers the
well, it's also an
narrative. We just
association.
remember looking at the floor.
Yes, because I
Yeah.
remember I had to have to be like, Jason.
Yes,
and
I
make
do
sure
recall
Jason
that.
kneel.
Jason didn't want to kneel.
No, I think he did. I just had to make sure that he did because that's the kind of spouse I am.
I'd make sure he was paying attention.
Okay. So as this creature steps forward, it's a bit trippy to anyone who's still watching, because as he steps forward, he's also changing his size a bit. With each step, he's growing a bit smaller, a bit more closer to your all heights. Still about 8 or 9 feet tall when he finally reaches about 15 feet from you. He looks down at Chief Yambul and extends his hand over the orc's head. And you watch as Chief Yambul's flame spirit lifts from his form and crawls up this creature's arm to rest on their shoulder.
Oh no. Oh.
Chief, you have brought me tribute, guests, enemies for a beheading, maybe. Which is it? And Chief Yambul looks up. They are guests. They are not here with hostile intent, as they come to help us cleanse the island if possible, O Great One. The tall creature looks over the 5 of you, and the eyes are not so much eyes, but empty sockets that are alight with this ever-burning flame. You can almost feel the heat as his gaze draws over certain aspects of your form, your armor, your weapons. You can tell when he's looking at your sword. You can tell when he's looking at your face without even having to see his eyes. These are powerful ones that you've brought as guests. But it is no matter. All are welcome to kneel before me at first. You may go, Chief. We will discuss later. Chief Yambul rises from where he was kneeling and looks up as his flame spirit wanders down the creature's arm and rejoins him before he turns on his heel and leaves you all in this chamber with this being. Well now, here we are, alone, ready to speak. And who is it among you that would speak? Would any of you speak? Can any of you speak? All wonderful questions. You have answers? I have answers. I have all the answers, but you must ask the right questions. Yes?
Malagos is gonna look to the side to like glance at Mia and be like kind of point to herself, like, me? You? Like, just motion to any of them, being like, who exactly do we want to talk? Not saying anything, but like motioning with Mia, trying to be like, me? You? Anyone?
I think
will look over
Mia
at Mia.
would, yeah, lift her head and be like, how do you like to be addressed by your villagers?
How do I like to be addressed? Well, first of all, let's break that down, because you're technically not one of our villagers unless you've decided to stay, which I don't believe has happened yet. But my villagers, my orcs, they address me as the heart of the island. However, you would not prefer to address me as such. I believe you are seeking a name. Am I right?
If you wish to give it.
Haha, names. So many names. Everyone has names. I know your names. I know more than just your names. But you don't know mine. Well, I guess we could play a game. A simple game. I love games. They're so entertaining. So many stories from games. Do you know a game?
In theory, one could know many games.
Yes, one could know very many games, or one could know none. Depends on which timeline we're on and which realm in which we stand. But the question remains, do you know a game?
I know a game.
Well then, let's play your game, with my name being your prize.
If you so wish.
Wonderful. Please, tell me the rules of your game.
It's called Boulder Parchment Shears.
Ooh, one for the ages. You know, it's quite
One
the
for the
same on many different planes of existence. All through time. One of the few constants of the universe.
It does seem a good level-headed game.
Wonderful.
So you are familiar already?
I am. You make this motion, which he holds up his closed fist, or this motion, which he opens up his palm and lays it flat, or this one, and he holds up 2 of his 6 fingers.
Correct.
Wonderful. Now let's be honest now. No changing once the game has started. And 1 round, and we shall see who wins.
We shall see.
Okay, so the way I am going to do this is I am going to, because Travis is dead, I am going to whisper to Travis what this creature will throw. And then that way Travis will keep me honest.
Okay.
Sounds fair.
Okay, Travis, you have the answer.
Cool.
All right.
And I see it.
Now then, would you like to make the count? And we will see who wins and who loses. Ooh, but wait. Before we play, what is my prize if I win?
Well, I requested your name, so what do you request is your prize?
Ooh. I could request your name, That would be so cliche.
You said you already knew our names.
I do. But for one like myself
why
to
would-
request a name as a prize, it's a bit different than just knowing the name.
Is this guy actually a demon?
He's actually a pain in my ass.
That's, yeah.
But it's all right. To keep things simple, a name for a name. I win, I get your name. You win, you get my name. Or you get to know my name. Shall we?
Only my name?
Yes. Only your name.
And would yours be your true name, or...
Well, none asked for my true name. You asked for what I wish to be addressed by those of you who are not my villagers.
I'm just getting specifics.
You will have one of my names.
And you will have one of mine.
Very well. Count us off then.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
And Mia, what does Mia throw?
Mia throws
Hands.
parchment.
Parchment.
Congratulations.
And the creature before you throws boulder.
Ooh, I knew it.
Oh, dear me. It seems I have lost, but what a story it will be. It's been so long since I played this game. You know, the orcs do not know this one. Well, I suppose it's easy enough. You may call me Enum Insuli.
Pleasure to meet you, Enum.
Of course, and a pleasure to play the game with you. Well, this whole fiery lava thing is getting kind of old, and let us just do away with it. And he reaches up and snaps his fingers, and there's kind of a heat waver in the air as the volcanic area around you kind of fades and disappears. And you're left in a more Gothic mansion style place. A banquet hall almost. There's a large fireplace along the wall. And while the creature before you's form hasn't changed, he has grown a bit more comfortable. Ah, that's much better. Must keep the theatrics up for my lovely orcs. So,
Why? It's a bit bizarre, isn't it?
well, they seek a god to worship of their ancestors, and I provide such a service. It would be rather anticlimactic if I showed this place rather than the true heart of the island. And his voice kind of echoes when he says that.
Whatever. Who am I to yuck your yum?
Indeed. So, the rest of you, go ahead, stand up, stand up. You don't have to wait on pretenses anymore. I know you don't worship me yet. Unless you've decided to, which, by all means, stay kneeling.
You at least have to buy me breakfast first.
Oh, I like your attitude. Well, you all came here for a reason. Why don't you share such a reason? I'm here, I'm before you. You're the person you've sought after for most of your time on my island. After defeating my beast, after all. You know, it's very taxing to summon such a creature to this plane of existence.
For what purpose? You want these people to worship you and then you send demons after them?
Demon is here to keep the island safe. Keeps everything else off to the beaches and into the water, where my orcs do not venture very often. It is important that I protect the villagers.
So what happens when all the villagers are overrun by vampires and there's no one left to worship you?
Then everything's over. It's all for naught. I've wasted my time, my efforts. Oh, it just pains me so to think about.
There was nothing you could do to help those orcs? Or you don't know? Or what's the deal?
I could, but how many times do the gods actually come down and smite the foes of the weak and needy?
True gods or
Any
play
gods.
pretend? If you want them to worship you, you should help them. Give them a reason.
Well, I have been helping them.
That's the problem with gods. This aloofness, this expectation of fealty and worship when they give you bum squat in return.
Such a cynical way. Are you the only one that speaks?
We try to let her speak.
They all have mouths. You can address them.
Kind of bends forward a little bit to look at Kyrie. Kind of inspecting her a bit. Ah. I recognize her on you. Far
Ooh,
too
Tamara?
gentle. Ugh. Don't use that name here. That silver dragoness is by far too much meddling for my desires. She's quite fickle, you know.
Not,
But
Yeah,
also helpful.
but- she has saved our asses quite a few times.
Yes, yes, and I'm sure you're very, very grateful. Ah, da, 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 da.
Well, of course.
Yeah, we've never been replaced by vampires, so.
How was I supposed to know what would happen? Who expects vampires underwater? Be serious.
You know, that is an excellent point.
See?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
And he kind of sniffs the air a bit, looking down the line, stopping at Malagos. Ugh. You're worse than her. The platinum one. Little goody two-shoes, if you ask me.
And yet we're the ones who found out vampires are trying to take over all your little villagers.
Kyrie stifled a giggle at that comment, by the way.
Well, of course I knew. Doesn't mean I didn't do anything about it.
And what did you do about it?
I sent the beast. The beast kept them off the island.
I don't think it did. They
I
were
promise you it
under the
has.
island.
Well, that's not on it.
They infiltrated the village, so no offense, but the demon didn't really do a whole lot.
Yes, yes, you did reveal the old orc's disguise. It was interesting that I could not see through such a glamour as that.
They got skills.
And he pauses.
Yeah, now one of them's loose.
Pauses, looking down at Garganoth. Do you smell of bacon? Pork?
I know, isn't it great? Sure do.
Oh, you must be one of the mountain dwarfs. Definitely not your lowland cousins.
He uses the
Well,
grease to keep his beard shiny. Isn't it nice?
The little grease in my beard gives me something to fight for during the day, something to look forward to by morning.
Way better than Vicks Vapor Rub under your nose.
Well. And he looks at Jason, and I know Jason isn't here right now, but he looks at Jason. You. An odd one. Working with the weave, and yet made a pact with something not of this world. Not unusual for a wizard. Perhaps foolish, but not unusual. I imagine Jason would just kind of shrug. Probably have some kind of quip that I can't think of right now, but...
Oh, naturally.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, yeah.
Oh, but wait. 1, 2, 3, 4... Wasn't there 6 of you? Oh
Dead.
dear, did the nasty vampires take out one of you?
Temporarily.
Temporarily, she says.
We have them with us, actually. There.
Oh,
They're
don't
here.
tell me. Tuck them away like a piece of luggage into the suitcase. Conveniently packed for traveling.
Yep, exactly.
If only it were half as humane and as how you describe it.
I love it. Oh, the chaos of it. If only he knew. But he doesn't. Well, maybe he does know. Maybe he's looking down. Maybe he's looking up. Depends on which plane he went to, after all. But to answer one of the questions, and this one's for free, mind you. Why? Yes, why? Well, the orcs think I love them. Isn't that so sweet? Ha! Oh, I let them believe it, though. They bring me visits and tribute and stories, and they dance like fools when I roar at them. It's endearing in a primitive sort of way. But no. Back to the why. I don't protect them. I tend them. Like one tends bees, or mushrooms, or rot in a fine jar. Because they give me what I need. Their rituals feed me. Their dreams keep the old doors shut. And their little spats paint the soil just red enough. They thrive. I feast. Symbiosis. Harmony. That's what it's called, right? Harmony. That's your word for it. Oh, it's wonderful. See, but... if I kill them, the gifts stop. If they die, I starve. If others take them, I lose everything. So I guard them like gold in a dragon's gut. But don't mistake that for mercy, mind you. I simply hate being hungry. And they're better for it. I give them spirits to protect them. I give them a place free of dangers where they can have their little rituals and meetings and conspiracies, but... So that is the why. Is there any other questions, spoken or unspoken?
Help us. Help them. Help you.
That's right. Now you've got it. I knew you could. Help you to help them, to help me. Oh, it's almost like a song cue in another world, isn't it? Ah.
Almost.
But first, I think you want me to help you. Before you help them, which then helps me. But the question is, what do I get if I help you? Because right now you're 5 and not 6. Definitely not 7, but not
What do you
6.
get? You get your orc worship. What do you mean, what do you get?
Ah, yes. I do get my orcs worship. But
You
that could
continue
be
your symbiosis.
very true.
And your orcs stopped dying and being taken over by vampires.
But I think you all could accomplish that with just 5. Maybe with the loss of 1, but 5 of you could do that. But wouldn't it be easier with 6? I don't know.
Yes, it would be easier with 6.
Ooh, so you do
Are you
want the sixth
offering to
one back.
resurrect her friend?
Oh no, but if you're asking, I might be able to oblige.
At what cost?
Yeah.
You see, I like games. Did I mention I like games? I love games.
You've said it a lot.
A lot? I don't think so. I think this is the first time, but that's neither here nor there. Games and puzzles and riddles and fun little tidbits to get our minds going. Isn't it great? Anyway, you see, I have a problem. I have 5
No,
friends.
big or little?
Well, depends on your perspective, really. But I have 5 friends whom have come to stay here with me for the long term. And you see, I have to arrange them so that they don't get upset with who they sit next to. It's kind of like a wedding, you know. You invite your father and your brother-in-law and everybody else, and of course, Aunt Ray doesn't like brother Joe, and you know your niece has a thing against red hair, so you don't place her next to your aunt. It's quite a pickle.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So you want us to help figure out where they stay?
oh, you're offering to help. That's great. Oh, how did you know I had a problem?
Because you told us.
Lucky guess.
Ah, lucky guess. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, let's go over here. And he walks down the banquet hall to the fireplace. And you notice that on the fireplace there are 5 skulls, each different a little bit, sitting around the fireplace. So here are my 5 friends. As I said, they've come to stay with me long term. Each of them having their own little peculiarities. Now, I can tell you what each of them has if you still wish to help. Because if you can help solve this problem, I'll bring your little friend back with a proviso. But if you can't, you'll just have to do it with the 5 of you.
So are you saying you'll take him from us if we don't do this right?
Ooh, is that what you're offering?
No.
No.
That sounds like a wonderful prize if you lose.
No.
Why didn't I
Nope.
think of that?
He
He's
stays
in
with us.
another distance. He's ours. Nope. Mm-mm.
He's not yours to take.
Very well. Very well.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't trying to because he's ours.
Now,
Well-
about this problem of yours.
Yes, yes. Very well. Gather round, for I will tell you what the rules are. And he kind of does a little flourish, and he stands next to the fireplace. Welcome, my mainlanders. Arrange the skulls of my 5 friends in the correct order upon my mantle here. Now pay close attention to the following provisos, lest you offend any one of them. Arctura could not abide Bazbar in life, so their skulls cannot be adjacent in death. Creel, my personal favorite, trusted neither the hornless Doric nor Bazbar, who indeed would trust such creatures. Not me. And so, Doric's marked skull may not be placed next to either of theirs. Elesbar, worthy of my affection, fought against both Bazbar and Creel, for he felt their faces were far too human. His skull may not sit next to either of their horned heads. Doric, however, was Elzabar's first lieutenant, and thus his skull must be placed immediately to Elzabar's right. Of course, from our perspective. When the skulls are arranged correctly, turn Arctura's face to the wall, and you will receive your prize. Do not turn any of the other skulls. To do so will earn only death. Not really, but it's fun to say. So, this is your puzzle. There is indeed enough information inside of the text to decide which skull is which name and to order them correctly.
I hate to tell you, Doomer, but I think I have the order already.
Well, place them in the order then.
Okay, let me talk this out with everyone first.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Let me make sure these are movable by you guys.
I think I've also figured it out.
Yeah.
I just need Elzabar now. Okay.
I
Okay.
have him in the middle.
Oh, you have them in the... they're not in the middle for me.
I have
I
Elzabar in the middle
Yeah.
too.
Doric,
Are they different for each of us?
No, like in the
No.
order that I would put it in.
so
I'm gonna-
Doric
Oh,
be
hold on.
immediate right of Elzabar.
Wait. Don't put them in the boxes yet. That'll be
Just
for the
don't-
final answer.
Fine.
Why don't we talk about it first before we're
Well, I'll show you guys what I have, and then you guys can go from there. So that's what I have right there.
That's what I have.
put too.
So
Yeah, that's what I
Creel,
have.
we know Creel can't be next to Doric and Bazbar. So,
He's not.
but Arctura also can't be next to Bazbar, and neither can Elzabar.
And neither of them are.
And none of them are. But Elzabar also then can't be next to Creel, so the only thing that makes sense is to put Arctura between Creel and Elzabar. And since
Done.
Doric is loyal and Elzabar's first lieutenant, they have to be immediately to the right of Elzabar from our perspective, which they are. And Bazbar is on the far right, away from everyone he does not like.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Arctura's to face the wall.
Yes.
You can just flip Arctura upside down when you guys are ready.
All right, we good with that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what
For all
I'm
the
I'm
hash
good with
browns.
it.
Yay!
Okay,
Look at us
so I'm gonna
actually doing
flip.
a puzzle.
The fact that Doomer actually gave us a puzzle and we're like done immediately.
Look,
All
I'm
right.
impressed
Logic.
that you all
Like-
could agree on a thing.
We're good
No
at logic
fighting
puzzles,
or
Doomer.
Yeah, just don't give us a door.
No.
This is our strength. Logic puzzles.
Okay.
Not always.
But not
Didn't
no,
we have
but
one
not-
where we
no, no,
don't
no.
even blow out a candle?
I'm
No,
pretty
no.
sure it took us forever.
it was the
before-
button. I said logic puzzles is a type of puzzle, not puzzles that need a logical solution. Logic
Okay.
puzzles.
Not logic in general either, but the puzzle variant.
The puzzle variety we're okay in.
Yep.
Very carefully,
Okay.
working with everyone else, Malgo's going to help put the skulls in place and then turn Arctura's face to the wall.
As you place
Since I think-
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, since I think Malgo's... Actually, how tall is the fireplace?
Tall enough that you probably have to stand on tiptoes to place them.
Okay. Continue.
So as you place the 5 skulls on the mantelpiece, the being watches carefully. Ah. Oh, maybe. And as you turn Arctura's skull to the wall, he walks forward and places his hand on Creel's skull and looks down each of them as he kind of mutters to himself. Bazbar and Creel and Elzabar and Doric and... Huh. And he takes a moment, and then suddenly his fist slams down on Arctura's head, shattering the skull into pieces. I never liked that bitch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Alrighty then.
You've won. You've won the game. You've passed. It was far too easy. I made it so easy because I just wanted to see your friend come back. But well done all the same.
Kyrie, could we... Actually, Kyrie, where's the bag of holding?
Carrie pulls it out of her backpack.
Malagos is going to walk over and be like, are we ready?
God, I hope he gets stuck on the way out.
Don't you
Aw.
wish that on him. Malagos is
Just
going to give
pull him
Gargoth
up by
a
the
look and like
leg,
open the
suddenly
bag of
gets
holding.
stuck.
And
Everyone should
then
learn
Malgus
a
is-
little bit of humility, okay? That's all I have to say. That would be a good lesson in humility.
Malagos is going to carefully open the bag and be like, oh, let this work. Reach in, thinking only of Travis, and
Ooh.
carefully working to pull his body out.
It's simple enough. And Travis's body kind of falls onto the floor as you hold him up.
I'd say I
Mia has to
dropped him.
stifle the biggest giggle because that is stupid as hell.
Yeah, but you're holding
I
a
never
piece
said
of
I-
him, and he's limp. So part of him's gonna touch the floor. Right? Unless you're just gonna
how
hold him
tall
by the
was
scruff
Travis?
like a kitten.
How tall was Travis?
Travis is, let me double check here, 5'9".
Oh, he's taller than I thought. Yeah, Mia was kind of hoping that she's like pulling him out like with his legs like in her arms, that someone was grabbing him and like carefully, gently, his
You
feet
didn't
would flop to the
specify,
floor
you
first.
just did it all on your own.
Yep, nobody
Nah,
helps you.
Sorry. Nope. Well, his feet go thunk. Oops.
Oh,
Gently set his head down.
just laughing so hard to myself.
And as the being watches this, he's kind of giddy with just the spectacle of it. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Now throw him into the fire.
What?
I'm kidding, I'm kidding. That wouldn't resurrect him. That would just burn him to ashes.
Malagos is not like amused.
Anyway, set him down, set him down.
He is set down. He's lying on the ground.
And the being walks over and looks Travis over and kind of looks him up and down. Ah, vampires are such meddlesome things, defying laws of death and life and cursing things that they touch. This one's powerful, though. Had you buried him, he probably would have been a vampire by morning. Next morning, anyway. As it is now, aside from some god's intervention, I'm not sure you could have brought him back by yourself. But you did win. You
That's
did win.
possible.
So let me explain what this will be. I will bring your friend back. Because you solved my problem. But, as I have a symbiosis relationship with the orcs, we will now share some harmony of our own. Your friend will live. I will give him one of my flame spirits to keep him going. However, if you do not solve my little vampire problem, the vampire lord will take him, and there will be nothing that I can do about it. Because if my orcs cannot be saved, then there's no reason for me to remain here. Do we find this agreeable?
Past saving your orc population, are there any other stipulations that Travis will be affected by for this gift?
Oh, no. No, not at all. Not at all. He will have some mild fire resistance with him, just like all of my villagers do, and his flame spirits will keep an eye on him and will be my eyes in return, so... But, no. If you defeat the vampire lord, your friend will fall as my flame spirit leaves him, and you'll be able to resurrect him by any normal magical means after that. But without the vampire lord's control broken, he will not survive without my assistance.
Okay.
Wonderful! And he extends his hand to shake.
Ooh, Mia does not. No, thank you.
Malachus also does not.
Now, how can we solve and solidify our bargain without the friendly handshake? I mean, I could write a contract, but signing in blood is just so blah and boring.
Can you shake Travis's hand?
Well, he can't quite consent, can he? He's dead.
What if we converse with the dead and ask for his permission?
Is that within your power?
Okay.
Perhaps not my skill set per se, but maybe one of us.
Well, I
Does
mean,
anyone have speak to dead?
by all means,
No.
if this is within
Anyone-
your power.
Anyone speak what?
Speak with dead.
Anyone got speak with dead?
Do we have a scroll?
No.
Or can somebody just ask Travis for permission and somebody will, I don't know, move his jaws if he does consent and
I mean, if you
have
really
his face
wanted,
nod yes or something?
if you really wanted to try and deceive this being, you could try.
I have speak with dead, just not prepared.
Oh no, I'm asking this out loud. I'm not being subtle. Like, I'm asking about this in front of the demon.
He's quite amused.
Would that be acceptable?
Can you use thaumaturgy?
Would that satisfy all the conditions?
I suppose if none of you are willing to vouch for your friend. Are you sure he wants to come back with such an indecisive group to work with?
How long have we actually known Travis, time-wise inside the game?
I
He
think
doesn't
less
have to
than a
stay with
week.
us.
No, it's been 2 weeks.
Couple
and
weeks.
and a couple days, maybe.
2 weeks and a couple of days. All right, so less than a month.
Well then, if none of you will vouch, I'll just alter the bargain a little bit. And he reaches down and lays his hand on Travis's chest.
Malagas is watching him closely.
With his free hand, he reaches behind his head and plucks out what appears to be a fiery strand of hair or essence. And he softly blows his breath into this string before taking it down and placing it to Travis's forehead. There is a bright flash of flames that kind of pulses outward across the floor. And Travis, you gain 10 HP. You take your first breath in a long time, and you are pulled back from whatever afterlife or purgatory that you wish to have been in. Would you like to tell us where your character was, or would you just like to continue?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think the thing that Travis would be most focused on would be his distant lover.
Okay.
The one for whom he has written his death letter for.
Okay. So where was he while he was dead?
He would have been hovering just over the. He would have been hovering just outside of the capital of the empire.
Okay. So he was a ghost. He didn't pass on.
Yep.
Okay.
Looking out for a woman with long, flowing, fiery hair.
Okay. So, as your spirit is hovering there, partially conscious and somewhat mournful, watching over this terrestrial being without their knowledge, the sounds of the city are muffled and a bit distorted around you, but your attention is purely set upon this fiery-haired woman. You've been following her for some time now, a few hours, but for you it feels like eternity. And as your gaze falls and watches as she's brushing her hair, coming home from the shops, the fiery hair starts to fill your vision. And half conscious as you are, it takes you a moment before you do realize that it's not just the hair, it's actual flames. And then you feel the heat, and you feel a pull as your spirit. Is your spirit willing or not?
He has a chance at life. He is very much so willing.
As your spirit is pulled across the continent north, you see the mountains underneath of you, you see the rivers, the forests, you see the Temple of Tamara as you shoot across the water upward until you return to the island, and you take your first breath, which burns in your lungs like molten fire, and you sit up.
The first thing that comes out of Travis's mouth, that little rat bastard!
Malagus finally chuckles and goes, "It's good to see you breathing again." And
Good to
just
be
for that, her
breathing
hand
again.
is going to go on Travis's shoulder, and she's going to try to put like 5 points of lay on hands on him to see if it works.
Go ahead and
Does it?
link me lay on hands just for the records. Yes, it gains back 5 health.
Feeling that it works, she's going to put 22 more into him.
22.
So a total of 27.
Yep, you feel it like a cool bit of water pouring over your chest.
Oh, that feels better.
Ergonoth
It
is going
feels
to
better
try to feed
just because you were
Travis some hash
breathing.
brown.
That was very
Gargoth
firm.
feed it. You just came back here, eat something. You look pale.
Honestly, I probably could use something to eat. Travis is going to eat what Garganoth offers.
But we've got about a hash brown and a half. I guess Garganoth can part with the 2 strips of bacon he had smuggled in his pouch. And then the orange juice box. That should hold you over.
Where the hell did you get a box of orange juice? You know what? I'm not going to question it.
Listen, when you've been adventuring on the road long as I have, you learn to get a little creative. And he gives him a little wink.
It was one of the kobolds.
Oh my god.
All right. Heartfelt hellos and reunifications aside. Ugh, it gives me a headache. Anyway. Master Travis. Hello, hi. I am your benefactor.
Yes. So I am now aware.
Ha! Your praise is too great.
What is... Travis
go on.
quickly
Keep
looks
going.
over to the others. What exactly did you sell to them to get me back?
Well, I tried to sell to them a handshake, but it appears none of your comrades would vouch for you, so I had to get creative. You see, your life right now, your ambulatory motion, as you put it, would really depend on if you and your friends can destroy that little rat bastard that you so eloquently said. However, if you cannot, you'll join my friends here upon the mantle. And he kind of reaches up and brushes away Arcturus' skull fragments. I have a space right here, freshly made and waiting for you.
Travis is silent for a long minute before pulling out his pipe and lighting up.
Now, of course, if you do kill the little thing, little monster, I will release you. You'll have a moment of unconsciousness or sleep. A little cat nap. Nothing terrible, nothing permanent. And your friends can bring you back to your original body without my fiery tether, we'll say. But, on the plus side, just as a little boost, while under my protection. The fires are your friend. Just remember that.
Travis pauses at that and looks over at the rest of the group.
Yes.
Noticing you are all covered in some form of oil.
Temporary.
What?
Yeah, Travis, you're not
Oh.
feeling the heat in this place at all, by the way.
We
Yeah, I figured.
had to get protection against it. How are you not
Travis-
feeling the heat?
He just said blessing.
Ah, right.
Pay
Sorry.
attention.
As he points,
There's a lot going on.
thumb at my patron, I guess.
Ha! Yes, patron, lord, liege, majesty, all-encompassing god. Whichever you prefer.
Patron will do for right now.
Goals to work towards. I love it.
I mean, if you're offering.
Oh, I
So
haven't
long as
offered
you
anything.
don't. Good.
But because we have sealed our deal and I have upheld my part of the bargain, bringing back your sixth member and all, and you are going to do me a tiny little insignificant favor of removing some vermin from my island, I suppose a proper feast. It looks like you all haven't had real food in some time, at least a few days. Tell me, would you like some food?
No strings attached.
No, not at all. In fact, it might even help.
Why would there be string in our food, Travis?
I would like to insight that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
27.
All right, let me roll for him. Hold on. I gotta make this one a secretive roll, so you don't know which one it is.
Oof.
So, Kyrie, you are completely convinced by his performance. There's no strings attached whatsoever. And Travis, you seem... his words make you a little apprehensive, but maybe that's just because he is what he is. You don't detect any deception in his tone.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I am very, very cagey right at the moment.
Well, I haven't fooled you at all yet. I mean, you've just joined us just now. I haven't had time to do anything deliciously terrible. However, your friends, we've had wonderful conversations so far.
It's at this moment that Travis is reaching around. Has anyone seen my halberd?
No.
Was it in the bag of holding?
I imagine you guys put it in the bag of holding.
I don't.
Hopefully you didn't leave. Hopefully you didn't leave my halberd behind.
I think we did.
Harry, or did Malagos give the bag of holding back? I'm gonna assume she did.
Um,
Kyrie will hand the bag and holding to Travis. You can try to take it out if you'd like. See if it's there.
Travis reaches into the bag of holding, picturing his halberd, and pulls it out.
Whew.
It does not come to your hand.
No,
Ah.
it does not.
It does not.
Please tell me there's a regular halberd in there.
Well, shit.
With this,
Yeah, sorry, dude.
with this bit of a letdown, you all do notice that the table in the banquet hall is no longer bare. Plates piled high with steaming roast duck, glazed ham, and crackling pork belly sit alongside mountains of vegetables roasted in herbs and olive oil, trays of sugared fruits glistening in the light of conjured lanterns, and fresh loaves of bread, their crusts golden and split with steam, nestled in baskets beside small pots of creamy butter and spiced jams. There are elvish wines and dwarven ales, crystal flutes bubbling with a soft lavender glow, with heavy flagons that let off the scent of smoked oak and deep malt. Ah, look, the food has arrived. Oh, wonderful, magic, great, fantastic. Me, yes.
Hmm.
All right, thank you very much. And Garganoth reaches for the ale to pour himself a mug.
Gar, if you try the ale, it is the almost the most perfect, invigorating drink with bubbles and body that you have ever tasted.
Garganoth sprints over to Malagos. Malagos! Malagos!
Yes.
He doesn't even say anything. He just pushes the mug of dwarven ale to her lips.
Just
I was
grabs
just
her
like,
by the chin. Drink it, drink it, drink it.
And like opens her jaw.
Hold on. Hold up.
No, Malagos! Malagos!
Nope.
And he's like opening her mouth.
Malagos is like, shoving her hand over the top of the mug, going, "Wait, I don't want the ale of a whiskey, person, or wine."
Garganoth looks almost brokenhearted and says, "Fine, I'll just enjoy the dwarven ale on my own."
Oh, you know I can't resist that face. I'll try.
Nope. It's mine now. You can't have it. Garganoth is covering the top.
Kyrie asked Malagos, when has she turned down ale?
I've turned down ale before.
Not
I
that
usually go for the... I've gone for the whiskey. What are you talking about? This is not an out of character forgetting what the hell my characters drank. I don't remember what she drinks.
Everything?
Does she?
I think so. Anybody else
Well,
remember?
Nope. Sophia,
No,
please
I'm
go.
pretty sure that Malagos has gotten blitzed off their ass on dwarven ale before.
Oh shit, have I?
Yeah, because you ate the pancakes.
Plus, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait.
Dwarven ale. It's probably equivalent to most whiskeys
Malagos tastes
on the weaker end of the
Why does
spectrum.
this taste like breakfast?
I forgot about the pancake incident. This is what happens when you have ADHD and you forget shit.
So is it just forever going to be
Garganoth,
coined?
I will.
Is it? Oh, go ahead.
Yes, it's gonna forever be called the pancake incident. Garganoth, I will cook you 3 pounds of bacon when we get a hold of it. If you'll let me drink with you. I'm sorry if I offended you, my friend.
Oh, you can drink from me, but not from this mug, you won't.
I'll drink from another mug and I will join you. And I will still owe you breakfast.
There is a nice.
Well, then it's a party. What are we waiting for, friends?
There is a nice
That's what I
crackling
get.
pork belly there as well. So
Question.
Malleus looks at
does
the
there
pork belly
be-
and looks at Garg. Keep going.
Does there seem to be any adverse reaction that Garganoth is having to drinking, other than what is to be expected when drinking ale?
Garganoth, give me a Constitution check.
Oh,
Coming right up. I'm great at these.
Gar seems to be in high spirits. Something that, can usually happen with good food and exquisite drink. C
That's
above
still a dirty
statement.
20, so.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, well. If the food does not appear to be causing any harm, Travis, being the experienced soldier that he is going to take good food.
Okay, what about the rest of you?
what was the question?
Will we
What?
be eating
What do you
from
do?
the banquet?
Well, Malagos looks at the pork belly and looks at Garganoth and looks at the pork belly, reaches over to pick up the whole plate of pork belly and go, Garganoth? Pork belly?
Oh, and this
Sure.
pork belly is succulent. It's got nice, thick, crispy crust sprinkled with like almonds, perhaps. And it's just smoked and cooked to the perfect crispness.
Garganoth will continue to pass it along down the table.
Malagos made sure she got a plate of that shit.
I suppose Travis would have snagged a plate for himself.
Kyrie, what are you doing?
I will eat some of the sugared berries.
Okay. They are delicious and sweet, and they have that most satisfying little pop when you put them into your mouth. They just melt on your tongue.
I won't pork belly.
Kyrie will just go, oh my god, these are so good.
Mia, what about you?
Mia is a little bit cautious still, I think. Sits with Jason and has him make sure it's not like magical food, and then we'll look for something that's not too heavy, but
Okay. Well, we'll just have Jason use a charge of detect magic. And there is magic on the food. It's conjuration magic.
So this might have been a casting of Hero's Feast
Take from that what you will.
or some equivalent.
Oh boy.
So everyone is eating. I'm just for confirmation.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As each of you sat and ate, a warmth creeps into your limbs. Not just from the food, but from something deeper. Wounds start to close. The tension of the previous battle faded. The tension of this moment fades. Even the shadows in your mind, the fear, the doubt of the day's happenings grows quieter. The magic of this hero's feast sinks into your bones like a blessing, steadying your breath and sharpening your will. You guys gain 2d10 to your maximum hit points. You are cured of all diseases or poisons that are currently afflicting you. And you become immune to poison and being frightened for the next 24 hours.
Ooh.
The poison and fruit.
Hold on. Did we just get the benefits of Hero's Feast? Yes?
Yes. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Ah. You said 2d10?
Okay.
Yep, 2d10.
So does that negate the negatives that we got before?
Yes, it adds to your maximum HP, and you gain that many hit points as well.
So if I was -9 on my max HP, am I plus 10, or do I actually get
If you were -9, you're now +1.
+1?
Yeah.
But I got 19.
Oh,
Your current maximum HP gets whatever the 2d10s you just rolled.
Correct. But I
Yes.
had -9 on my max HP before.
So now you're plus whatever you rolled, take away that 9.
So the negative from the vampires isn't going to go away until we sleep,
My
right?
God,
A long rest,
I'm now
yes.
only.
So you get the full temp HP in your HP. So the temporary HP does not matter what you're negative to the vampire thing. Like that, they don't affect each other.
Yeah. And the vampire thing isn't a disease or a poison. It's an exhaustion. So once you guys sleep, that'll go away.
Okay.
And you'll still have your 2d10 until the 24 hours is up.
so does that mean Travis has what? How much HP does Travis have?
Travis's was removed when he died because once you're dead, you're no longer exhausted. So he has his maximum HP restored. Because he was really dead, not just unconscious.
Oh, we should have bonked each other before.
I don't think you can resurrect enough of you.
No, we don't have enough diamond.
Yeah, so.
Oh, you have to be dead, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
So as you guys eat, and you get this effect from the hero's feast, your host just kind of sits at the table and watches and listens. If you guys are sharing stories or strategizing about what's to come, he just sits there and kind of swishes a glass of elvish wine in a cup or a glass and just watches and listens, not saying a word.
Are you gonna join us?
Oh, no. Normal food does not hold the pleasures as it does for your kind. I feast on dreams and worship, not this measly portion.
Huh? You're lost.
Huh? By the contrary, quite my gain.
Touche.
May I ask you a question?
Sure. I'll give you an answer. I won't tell you if it's right or not.
I was just curious how you came to be on this island with this very secluded band of orcs.
Ah, that is a wonderful story. You see, I don't know how much you know about the other planes of existence, but there are creatures, the powers of which your minds may not be able to comprehend, but you, of course. I think you know a little bit. Do not think it gets past me where you are originally from, Eladrin. No, there's more knowledge to you.
It's not like my looks can really hide it.
True. true. But there is a scent, a stain upon you of that green, ever-changing world that you call home. But I will say, the stain is fading. How long have you been apart from the wilds?
Long enough that I no longer shift with the season. Or a whim, or a breeze, or a feeling.
Oh, how terribly drab, always stuck in the same form. And he snaps his finger and he appears before you in a more fluid form, water and crystal, sparkling inside from the light of the fire that's behind him in this position. I see it's so nice to be able to have a change now and then. Give me a perception check.
Not exactly magically. Perception.
Yeah. And what were you saying? I'm sorry.
21.
I'm not exactly that magically inclined that I would really know how to fix my problem. If it's a problem.
Yes. I'm surprised you know of that. It's quite a darkness that's in your hands, isn't it? And your perception check, Mia, you're not... I mean, being one of the Feywild and having dealt with many creatures of this... of similarity to this, you know when someone's trying to change the subject for a reason. Yes, such a dark stain on your hands. Not blood either, something darker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Right, but if you remember, the question wasn't about me, it was about you.
Oh, was it?
You can
Was
ask
it?
about me after you get back to you.
Oh my, I do wander now and then, but with such interesting company to attend to, can one blame me? How did I get here? Well, you see, when one has such interesting and feasible ideas as I do, such grand designs, there are others who get jealous of that and my accomplishments, and in time they get to be with the friends like lovely Arctura over there. And of course, there's betrayal, and scheming, and lying, and the filth that sits in the gutters of sewers. And in the end, you're left without your kingdom and everything you fought for, and banished to some godforsaken piece of dirt in the middle of a plane of existence that has mostly water. My apologies. I let it get to me for a second.
You were banished here.
Oh, quite so. Yes, yes. By that conniving wench. But I did get her in the end. Imagine her surprise when she came to gloat and I took her head in return. It was such a wonderful feeling watching her look at me with those dying eyes. So good.
Seems silly on her part to gloat when she could have just have, the spoils of her victory, but alas, the ego is big.
That's what I thought. She should have taken her victory and enjoyed it. Why come to this plane of existence to gloat at me? Such a flaw. It is better to revel in your winnings in private than to appear and have everything stolen from you. But that was a lesson she learned right before the end.
Seems so.
The others over there, and he points to the mantle. They turned on me, followed her. It's such a pity. They were good minions, every one of them. I treated them well. I didn't whip them hardly as much as I did the others.
I might revolt if I got whipped as well, and
Well,
by
it was
being
only
honest,
if...
I did.
Oh, well, it was only if they deserved it. Did you deserve it?
Hardly.
I find that difficult to believe. You have quite the fire to you. I imagine whatever commander sought to guide you in their grand schemes found you very difficult to work with.
It's more like the audacity of man to believe they could own another.
Slavery, so primitive. It is so useless to hold them by force when fear does such a better job.
And yet, it produces a rather lackluster results.
I suppose if handled poorly, but look at my villagers here. My orcs are happy, save for the vampire nuisance, but they have lived here for generations. Almost 200 years, if I've not lost count, but they thrive. They have a rich culture, though I dare not try to remember all of it, but and all based around me and my flame. It's quite peaceful here, which is very bad for normal business, but it keeps me here and keeps me from being hungry.
But is that truly fear?
Oh, they
Sounds
fear
to me more like... Sure, there can be some fear. But it sounds more like respect.
Yes, there is respect and reverence, but on the other side of that coin is the fear. Fear that not giving me those things will bring about bad fortune. Oh, believe me, when I came to this place, when I was first brought here, this little mountain shook and wept, and delicious liquid fire poured out across the island. Oh, the inhabitants were... Oh, they panicked. The screams were delightful. But of course, if I let them all die, then I would be here alone, with no one to bring me stories or to play games.
Quite so. Quite so.
So see, you
I mean,
understand.
I'm not going to judge their choice. They seem happy with you. You seem fine with them. Religion and worship is not for me, but I don't live here, so frankly, I don't care.
Honestly, it sounds almost like the military. Respect of authority and power, fear of the consequences.
Indeed, a very politically astute answer. However, I do rather enjoy watching them from day to day. It is interesting. I mean, by no means is it important or anything. It's just a small pastime of mine. We all have to have our hobbies, after all.
Sure, I can imagine it could be boring. You get bored?
Oh, of course. This is nothing like from where I came from. Always something happening. The chaos, the wonderful chaos everywhere. And me at the head of it all, but everything's so ordered here. It's nothing like home.
What's at home?
Oh, I almost answered you. But no. That's not information that's you can have just yet. My home is my own. I believe, with the knowledge that the 6 of you possess, that if you knew my home, you could probably figure out a way to subvert me yourselves, and I've far learned that lesson too many times. Only once, but too many times to let it happen again.
Well, I mean, suit yourself, but you brought it up. It's pretty weird not to elaborate. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, Doomer.
Yes.
We never identified the lens of the in-between or what it actually does, did we?
I don't believe you did. Because you just found it in the cave.
Travis is going to take a small risk here. Small calculated risk.
Okay.
He's going to don the lens of the in-between.
Okay, Travis. As you put on the lens of the in-between, you can see around you that the lens does not appear to alter much. However, you can see a white hue hovering around Mia's entire body, like a dusting of glitter almost. She sparkles in a way. Her hands, however, are as black as void.
Interesting. And none of the others appear different?
I got a question. And this is, for the DM's purposes, so I don't have to go through everything. Who has the box?
What box?
The box you found on the ship. The little wooden box with the keyholes. This box.
Are we sure Sarah doesn't have it? It's a box with keyholes.
I didn't think we had Delante's band. I remember we heard about it, but I don't think we had Delante's band.
Okay. I am just gonna make a narrative decision here since we're not sure who has it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Travis, you see the same glittery white sparkles coming from Malagos's pack that's sitting near the table at this point.
I'll add that to my inventory then.
Yeah.
Anything from our host?
Wait. Is he also seeing me as a whole glow? My
Nope.
armor?
Mia sparkles with the white hue. Her hands dark as the void, and the same white hue is coming from your backpack.
Fun.
Is it from the Feywild?
That is a good question. Would Travis know that?
I mean, if you've been listening to the conversation, there might have been some context clues.
I mean, I remember him talking about her hands being stained with something far darker than blood.
Mhm.
Question is, would Travis understand what it is?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Would an Arcana check be helpful in this case?
It would, but I'd give you disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yeah.
Don't like my odds, but let's roll him bones. That's
11.
an 11.
So, from the conversation, since you really don't know where Mia is from, you would be smart enough to assume that the glows would mean that, seeing as how they're so dissimilar from each other, that they're almost opposites. You're not sure what that means or what each of the glows signify, but you do have a feeling that it has to do with opposites.
Interesting. Not particularly helpful in this situation, but Travis is gonna keep the lens of the in-between close at hand. But for right now, put it away.
Okay. A little hint, the name of the item itself is probably useful as well.
Yeah. Actually, want to go back to something real quick. We should know where my halberd is, because that was what Kyrie cast the light cantrip on.
It's probably worn off
So if
by
we-
now. How long does it last?
Yeah, but I'm referring to the fact that it would have been brought with them unless Kyrie had recast it.
I remember specifically writing this down here, that your halberd was not picked up. They picked up your body, but not your weapon. You guys were kind of in a rush to get out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we were.
Fun. We'll deal with the consequences of that later. Although the consequences of that might just be that Travis actually acts more like a spellcaster rather than trying to be a fighter, which technically he is.
Hold on, wait, there might be is it this one? Oh. You would also see a small bit of that same white sparkle just kind of hovering around Jason from time to time, just blinking in and out of existence. Even though, like, because the lens only covers one eye. So even though your normal eye can't see anything popping around Jason, that little white sparkly hue just kind of pops in and out now and then around Jason.
The party is well known enough for some of their abilities to be known, right? Like public knowledge sort of thing?
Oh yeah, and the military would know a good bit about them.
Jason has a familiar, doesn't he?
That's correct, he does.
Would that familiar happen to be known as to what it is and its nature?
its name would be known. And if you give me a history check, you might know its nature if you can remember. Oof.
That is a nat 20.
So you do recall looking through the files before Jessamine sent you. And you do know that Jason the wizard has a familiar named Nero. It takes the form of a small cat. However, its true nature is that of the Feywild.
With that little piece of information, might I be able to piece together what the glow, what the sparkle in the darkness might mean?
I mean, you have all the information. I can't tell you what you piece together and what you don't.
Well, PC from what I can piece together with my knowledge as the player is obviously Mia's probably from the Feywilds. The box has the same glow, doesn't it?
Well, you don't know it's the box. You just see it coming from her backpack. But yeah, it does have the same glow.
All right. So
There's
I can
something
assume
in
that
Malagos's
whatever
box,
has...
or bag.
So, whatever has that glow is probably from the Feywilds.
Yes.
Which lends the question, what is the opposite of the Feywilds?
Do you speak
Would
that
that
out
be
loud?
the... No, this is all in Travis's head right now.
Okay.
Would that be the Shadowfell?
I'm not telling you anything.
Something to ponder later, I think.
Or to discuss over dinner.
I think current company precludes me from being willing to openly discuss such matters.
As you wish. Anyone else have anything before we move along a little bit?
Not I.
Was there anything else that we needed to talk with them about while we were here?
Maybe he might have knowledge for our final fight or something. Is that what you're getting at?
It's been a couple weeks, so I don't remember the list of everything that we needed, and I just wanted to make sure that we weren't missing anything.
Well, we could use a new boat, from what I understand.
Yeah, you were going to
Yeah.
ask him about
Or
getting
if you
off
could-
the island.
If you could give us teleportation specs to the Slendala vaults, I'd play a game with you.
He perks up a little bit at that, as his mood was kind of soured talking about his banishment and all. Ah, there is something else you wanted, isn't there? Ah! Oh, that's right. Come to me with your problems, and perhaps I'll solve them. I don't know. It's not going to be cheap or easy to send you away from this place.
What are you talking? What are their parameters?
I don't know. I'll have to think on it. And I should have plenty of time to think about it while you go and exterminate the vermin on the island.
Can you tell us if this vermin are weak to anything specific?
Oh, yes, they quite do not enjoy the sun. It's one of the reasons they're staying under the waves, is there's not as much light down there. But I can offer this. While the siblings are under their younger brother's control, they do not like him. In fact, from what I understand, they had him contained and sealed off until someone decided to unshackle the little beast. It was so fun to watch.
As Travis looks on, unamused.
He just, the being just kind of gives Travis one of those knowing, catty glances.
To which Travis immediately mutters under his breath, "Yeah, I bet you would enjoy that, fucking bastard."
But if you're wondering, yes, I could easily send you off this island. Within my sanctum here, of course. But, as I said, it will exhaust me greatly, and it will have to be a price that will be paid.
We
Price
could
is paid.
potentially pay a price for. We're in dire straits, so a price can be possibly paid.
Well, I can possibly send you off then. But for now, finish your dinners, and I will manifest a place for you to rest and regain your strength properly. I can't have my temporary minions not at their best. And when the battle is won, or if the battle is won, when you return, we will talk price. That'll give you time to think about your price, and me time to think about what I will accept.
One last question before we retire.
2, actually.
Have at it.
Do you know what happened to our ship?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Do you
And
know
then
what
he
happened
looks to
people on
Travis.
it?
Is that the second question, or is that a bonus question?
Please tell me what happened to the people on it. Sorry, Travis, this trumps your question.
Yeah.
Well, the people upon your ship are alive, still on this plane of existence. However, that pompous woman, what is her chart called again? Oh, I can't even think to recall it. She does have them.
Fucking hate her. She's dead. She's so dead. She's so dead.
I can see
Okay.
the female elf being turned over to some shady characters. I see a machine being poked and prodded. Oh. Oh. Well, that is interesting.
What?
The other dragon that was with you. The red one.
What's happening? Din?
Amber?
So interesting. How quickly one's loyalties swing. Oh well, back to her normal place then it is.
Well,
What do you mean?
shit.
Our loyalties swing.
You see, that would be a third
believe-
question, my dear.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that one coming.
Did you,
Right.
Travis, see that one coming?
Oh, what is life without some mystery, after all? Things to find out along the way. Little bits of adrenaline pumping whenever you find what you did not know you were looking for. Well, as my little game has seemed to sour your moods, and with such a grand feast before you, at that, if you follow this chamber off to your left, you'll find some beds set out. And I promise you, there will be no eavesdropping or anything like that. I would be a terrible host if I even bothered you in your sleep, but for now, I will retire and leave you to finish up. And when you are fully rested and ready to continue your journey, you do know the way out. The door is still open, of course.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Oh, I am thanked, and you are most welcome, Lady Eladrin. And to the rest of you, Sir Dwarf, Lady Dragon, Sir Wizard, and Sir Soldier. Oh, and yes, the one who follows the Silver Dragon. Ugh. I bid you
yourself.
all a good night.
Night, night.
And he claps his hand and vanishes in a cliche puff of smoke from the room. And
He's
this-
totally still watching us. Sorry.
you hear his laugh.
There's-
You hear his laugh as Garganoth says that. Oh, mountain dwarves.
Well, I'm going
That
to
was-
see if I can't get any intel out of Jessamine. Hopefully, she can provide some answers.
Something tells me she'll be glad to hear from you.
Well, we can
No one
take...
let her know I was dead, did they?
Wasn't a priority, no.
Excellent.
But we will do that messaging and such on our next session, because it is 1 a.m. here on Eastern Standard Time, and I think that is a good place to stop for now.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it does seem like a good place.
Lots of information, lots of roleplay, lots of fun. For those of us
Yay.
who are here, to those of us who are watching, happy Father's Day. To those of you who are watching still, thank you for coming. Thank you to our new followers. And I hope you come back for other sessions. Remember to check out our Discord, check out the YouTube channel for clips and other things that we do. And if you feel like contributing to what we do here, every little bit helps, and we appreciate every bit of it. So, from Duo Gaming and Lights Gambit to the rest of you, remember, there are 20 sides to every story. Roll for yours. Have a good night, guys.